Man, there it is again, Johnny.
There
That
you go,
music
man.
gets me every single time, man.
man.
Every single time, man. Welcome to the 515 Real to Real podcast, where we discuss film, television, and all things related to the industry. I'm your man, Bruce L. Nix Jr.
And I'm your man, JT.
JT, what's going on with you, man?
Chilling, man. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm good, man. Had a busy week, but things been good, though,
Yeah,
man.
man,
What about yourself?
The week has been busy. busy. I know your week has been busy,
It's
man.
been crazy, man. It's been crazy.
Now, how many hours of sleep you done got this week?
If I've gotten 6 hours, that's been a good week.
All week long.
Well, not all week.
combined.
I actually got a chance to get a little bit of rest the other day, so But it is what it is. That's the life.
Hey,
man.
that's the life.
That's the life, man. But we want to just welcome you to the show. Thanks for joining us today, man. We got a lot of things to discuss today.
Yeah, we do. We got a whole.
Yeah, man. Lots going on in the headlines. We'll be talking about weapons and that's how well it's been doing at
Yes,
the theater. NBC Universal just picked up the rights to Jason Bourne. Ryan Reynolds just put out a teaser with the Merc with a Mouth may just be joining the MCU.
Maybe.
Or Avengers, I'm sorry. He's already in the MCU, but he may be
Maybe.
joining the Avengers. And for our main topic, we'll be talking about after a 19-year hiatus, Denzel and Spike Lee are coming back together again for House
That's
of
right.
Lois, man. So I can't
I
wait
am
to get
ready.
to that,
I'm
man.
ready.
Also on the show, we'll be talking to producer, podcaster Ingrid Nin, who worked on such films as American Fiction.
Mm-hmm.
And among other films, we'll be talking to her in our Behind the Lens segment.
That's right.
And what do we have for our Be Kind Rewind this week?
Man, Be Kind Rewind, man. We are talking one of my ultimate favorite, I guess you can call it a musical, but the movie School Days. Spike Lee, man.
Spike Lee again,
Spike
man.
Lee, man.
So, hey, man, it's a Spike Lee day, I guess.
Spike Lee Day.
Yeah, and for two snaps, we'll be talking about The Pickup featuring Eddie Murphy, Pete Davidson, and Keke Palmer.
Keke Palmer, man.
Keke Palmer, man.
That girl looking good, too.
Man, she coming out, right?
She coming on up.
She coming right, man. So,
Yeah.
man, so let's get into it with our headlines.
All right, Bruce, what we got today in our news headlines?
Man, it's been a busy week, man, but off the top, we'll be talking about weapons, man. So the new horror flick Weapons is proving that August is the perfect time for a scare. After a fantastic opening weekend that shattered expectations, the film had a huge Monday, pulling in a record-setting $5.2 million for an August horror movie. That's a bigger number than what movies like Get Out and even the recent blockbuster Five Nights at Freddy's did on their first Mondays. With a rare A- cinema score for the genre, it looks like positive word of mouth is fueling this film's success. This is exactly the kind of win the horror genre and original films need right now.
Yeah, man, I agree with you on that. Original films and horror films need this right now. I've been saying it since we first heard about this movie coming out, even on the heels of Sinners, which I could not believe, but everybody was saying that this may be the biggest horror film of the year, and right now it is proven that it is.
Man, it's just awesome to see, especially with it being an original film, man.
Definitely.
I'm all for that and happy for its success.
Yes, happy for it.
All right. Next up, NBC Universal has officially reacquired all rights to the Jason Bourne franchise in a major deal. The company, which previously held the rights before they lapsed, is now set to expand the Bourne universe across film, television, and streaming. While no new projects have been confirmed, the acquisition signals a renewed focus on the series, and it makes a new film potentially with Matt Damon returning a very, very real possibility. This is a big win for NBC Universal, securing a popular and profitable franchise for its future, such as the Bourne franchise.
Man, when you say big win, it's a huge win. Jason Bourne, dude.
Man, I was such a huge fan of those films, man.
Who can touch Jason Bourne?
I mean, man, it's crazy now because now you got John Wick, you got Denzel's Equalizer. So, I mean.
But even before that.
Before that, it was Jason Bourne.
It was Jason
So
Bourne.
it would be interesting to see, kind of what they would do with Jason
And they're
Bourne
going,
now.
just to see, or even have the thought of a new Jason Bourne movie or even a series popping up, man, that's going to be crazy.
Man, I'd be excited just to see Matt Damon come back to the role, man.
Yes, definitely. We love Matt Damon.
Yes, sir.
Great actor, man. Great actor.
Also, David Ellison, the new CEO of Paramount, is putting his stamp on the studio by vowing to make it a premier destination for filmmakers. Following the Skydance merger, Ellison's plan is to ramp up the company's film slate to 15 to 20 theatrical releases per year. He's making it clear that the studio will prioritize big screen releases and original films from top-tier talent. The strategy includes leveraging key franchises like Top Gun, Star Trek, Transformers, World War Z, and a few others. This is a definitive return to a filmmaker-centric model where the value of theatrical release is paramount.
Man,
Pun intended.
Yeah, pun intended. We talked about it in the last episode
We did.
about with them acquiring Paramount and the new IP that they have in their hands now, that they were going to have to hit the ground running. They was going to have to do some big things. And with all those different IPs you just named, it's going to happen. It's going to be big. They about to bring in some money.
Can't wait. And I love to hear more original films.
That's right. More original.
A place for filmmakers to go.
Man, we need to go.
That's it.
Let's go.
All right. And last up for headlines, we have John Rambo is making a return to theaters. All right. So get ready. But not how you might think. A new prequel simply titled John Rambo is on the way, diving into the origin story of the iconic character during the Vietnam War. This time, Sylvester Stallone won't be the familiar face that you see. Instead, Noah Centineo, I think I'm saying his name right, Noah Centineo is stepping into the boots of a young Rambo. The film's powerhouse production team includes Kevin King Templeton, Les Weldon, Avi Lerner, and someone who we'll be talking to next week, Jonathan Younger. Also, director John Mari Helander will be leading the charge, taking over directing duties for this film. Expect a gritty, character-driven story that digs deep into the trauma and experiences that shaped Rambo into the man we first met in First Blood. It's a bold swing for the franchise and one that's already got fans buzzing, Johnny.
Yeah, man. Rambo has always been a great franchise. If you're looking for that war hero, Rambo has always been my first pick. First Blood, when I first saw that movie, Bruce, I'm telling you, it made me want to go to the military. It made me want to be somebody like Rambo.
I didn't. He was going through too much.
I'm telling you, man. But he was resilient, man. He's strong. He's Rambo.
Yeah, he was Rambo.
He's Rambo,
yeah,
man.
he was Rambo.
But I wanted to be Rambo.
Yeah.
I wanted to be Rambo, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for.
He was that guy. Sylvester Stallone was that guy, man.
He was.
Yeah.
He was that guy.
But now we'll see what Noah will be able to do with the role.
I think he's going to take it and push it even higher.
Man, let's hope for the best, man.
Yeah, man.
All right.
So that's it.
That's it for the headlines, man.
All right, man. So what's coming up next?
Now, I thought you had a question for me. Yeah, no question today?
I got a question. For you.
Okay.
Let me see what I got.
This man always tries to stump me. Every week he tries to stump me, but
hey,
it's not going to happen.
I got you today. All right. So our Be Kind Rewind today is school days.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a school days question. Because I don't think you're a fan of school days like I'm a fan of school days.
All right.
So we're going to see.
We're talking about Spike Lee today. So,
we talk. He always. What y'all going to do about it?
Come on,
always
question,
doing
man.
this, man.
Come on.
All right, here we go. So, in school days, the fictional Mission College is comprised and inspired by several HBCUs located in what city? All right, you got that? All right, look at it. He's looking at me like he already know the answer. Okay, so again, I'm going to give you the question again. The fictional Mission College in school days is comprised and inspired by several real HBCUs located in which city? You got it? If y'all got it, hold on to it. We'll come back to you later on in the show.
And if you think you know the answer, send us an email.
That's right. Hit us right there. Email's right there. Send it to us.
That's it. All right. Next up, we have
Forged in Steel. All right, Bruce. So usually when we talk Forged in Steel, we talk Alabama. It's always going to be Alabama, but we tell you what's going on in the great state of Alabama and then also right here in the great magic city of Birmingham. But one thing that we want to share with you all as far as a Forged in Steel moment is that the 515 Real to Real podcast will be recording our next episode from Sidewalk Film Festival.
Man, I'm so excited about that, man.
Yeah, man, I'm excited about it too, man. It's almost like a full circle moment. We've had projects in Sidewalk. We go to Sidewalk every year. We enjoy the atmosphere. And this year we're actually getting to be a part of the entire thing, man.
Right.
We get to interview some great filmmakers, ones that are coming into town, some that are already here, maybe some people that you've seen on our show before, if we catch them, and then maybe some folks that you're watching on TV right now. We may have them on the show as well. And then we do have a special guest that represents Alabama in the film industry.
That's right. Sidewalk is always a great time, and we're so looking forward to that. So if you're out there, definitely look for us.
Yeah, Sunday, the 24th, 10 a.m. in their VIP. See you there.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So, man, Johnny, man, I'm so excited about this next segment. I'm so excited about our Behind the Lens this week. We'll be talking to Ingrid Nin,
That's
who,
right.
who is a producer who you may not have heard of her name, but you've heard of some films, some little small
Little
films, I
small
think.
films.
Some Academy Award nominated
Yeah,
films, such as
like
American
American
Fiction,
Fiction.
something like
Yeah,
that.
some little small movie. I think we
That's
watched it.
right. We might have watched it a
We
few
may have
times,
watched that a couple times.
But we'll be talking to her coming up next on Behind the Lens.
All right, Bruce, man. Today on the 515 Real to Real podcast, we have a true powerhouse in the building. Ingrid Nin is a literary assistant at 3 Arts Entertainment, the creator and host of Entertainix podcast. That's how she says it. And she's passionate about advocating for elevating Latinx voices in film and television. She's been behind some major projects, including American Fiction, and she's steadily carving out her own path as a creative and a future producer to watch out for. We're excited to dive into her journey, her vision, and everything she brings to the industry. Ingrid, we welcome you to the show. How you doing?
Ingrid, how are you?
Thank you for having me on, and thank you for the flattery. So the bio was excellent. It made me feel way better about myself
Oh,
than
wow.
you think I am. So I love it. I love it. And thank you again for having me on today.
Too funny. Thank you for joining us.
No, my pleasure. My pleasure. Honestly, like I said, I'm always more than happy to speak about my journey, my experiences throughout entertainment thus far, and share my knowledge wherever I have to you both and to all your viewers out there. So yeah, thank you again for having me on.
Yeah, we thank you so much.
Thank you. So we'll go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna go and
dive
get into
Yeah.
it. So you've worn a lot of hats in the entertainment industry, from internships to working at 3 Arts Entertainment. Which role has taught you the most so far, and why?
I think my time as an assistant has probably been the most eye-opening for me personally. Before I started working at 3 Arts as an assistant, and I started working at 3 Arts in 2021. Before that, I had done a bunch of internships and in a bunch of different areas in the industry. So from commercial to documentary distribution to like scripted development, like a whole plethora of different avenues. But I think my time as an assistant and what I really love, especially what I say, to people who have just graduated college and who are looking for their next step in the industry to get their first step in the industry, is that starting as an assistant, whether you're at an agency or you're at a management company, is one of the most beneficial steps to your career you can take, because being at those types of places is really at being in the nucleus of the industry, because both agencies and management companies get to touch on every single facet of the industry. So whether it's with talent that we represent or with the buyers that we talk to, production companies that try to make things with our clients, and other management companies, other agencies, being in this position has just really given me, as someone who's gone to film school, just a whole different area of knowledge that I didn't have coming out of film school, in sense of the business side of entertainment and how that works and how the day-to-day of getting a project made, it's just been like one of the most insane experiences of my life. And I'm very, very grateful to have been able to be in this position to learn so much, especially from where I am. I think one of the biggest misconceptions that I think, and I think this is it just in particular for Latin stories, but I think it's for all kinds of stories, is that as a Latino, you need to put well, when you're featuring a story that has Latinos in it, or any kind of underrepresented underrepresented demographic, you have to always put their culture at the forefront. And that can lead to a lot of projects just feeling very inauthentic, because even though we always lead with our culture in terms of, we wear our culture with pride. That's just the way like Latin culture is. it's not all that we are. And I feel like that centering of culture in general just leads to a very static or very flat outlook of how Latinos look at other aspects of their life, and also just the umbrella of Latino itself. People a lot of the time view it as very monolithic when there's so many different cultures and races, and it just mixes everything under the umbrella term Latino. Like you can be Latino yet be Brazilian or be Dominican or be Mexican or be Puerto Rican, and you know all those cultures are not the same. And so I think it's a little bit two-hander where it's like the not being able to show the multitudes that that label contains, and at the same time too, not letting the authentic emotion of a person who just happens to be Latino come to the forefront, and letting their culture be a second thought after that, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
Now, let me
Yeah.
ask you this. So Johnny ran through your portfolio a little bit earlier. For those at home, can you just tell us a little bit about your role and what it is that you do?
Yeah, so I currently work as an assistant to a literary manager over at the management company Three Arts Entertainment. So in terms of like my day to day, as an assistant, I manage a lot of the administrative stuff for my boss, who is a literary manager. Um, and it's a lot of scheduling. It's a lot of, corresponding with the clients back and forth, setting meetings for the clients, getting to read a lot, which is my favorite part of the job, is getting to read all the things that their clients are doing. Getting to, sometimes pitch in a note or two, or sometimes getting to sit down a pitch and, getting to see a project in action go from ideation to on the page outline to actual script to getting pitched out, and follow that journey of actually hoping to get made. um so it's a very interesting part to be, to be in the background putting the pieces together to help these things run as smooth as possible.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, you said you
Yeah.
you love reading and things of that nature. So tell us about the time when American fiction hit your hand.
Yeah, I mean, for me, American Fiction, I ended up reading the first draft of that way before it even started shooting. It was like, I want to say December 2021, and the movie ended up coming out in 23. So I was like maybe like 2-ish years ahead of the game,
Wow.
for like seeing that story. And it was a very, very early iteration of the story. So a lot of things have changed. American Fiction is an adapted book based on the book Erasure by Percival Everett. So seeing, go from that book to an adapted script, then seeing all the components and the pieces being put together, because my boss was one of the lead producers on the project. So I essentially got to work as his like producer's assistant on the project. Getting to see all the pieces put together and grow into an actual movie that's in pre-production. And getting to see it actually form into a movie within itself, and to be at the American Fiction premiere, and I've seen it many, many times, getting to see it on the screen around people, and then getting to see, our client Court Jefferson win his Oscar,
Yes.
that night. Just to be able to say I was a part of that makes me feel really proud, not only because obviously it was such a beautiful project,
Yes.
but also just really inspired me and showed me that with enough persistence, I can also build that path out for myself in terms of the things that I want to be producing. And so yeah, so I'm super grateful to have been able to be a part of that journey. A lot of late nights for that, but I wouldn't trade it for the world, honestly.
Now, growing up, did you see this for yourself? Is this something that you've always wanted to do? Did you imagine ever being a part of an Academy Award winning film?
Um, it was so funny because when I was a kid, I always wanted to be, I would always tell my mom, I want to be a pediatrician. And, thinking about that is so funny now, because even though I would tell her that, the one thing I would always be doing when I was a kid, and always, like, even now to this day, was watching movies. Like, my dad is a huge cinephile, and I think I credit him the most for, like, really building up my love for movies. In high school, I ended up taking media classes, because at the time I was like, what if I become a reporter? That'd be cool. But um, in those media classes, we got a little bit of exposure into the world of filmmaking. So we got to like recreate different scenes from different movies and make our own short films. And it was really there where it kind of clicked for me, where it's like, oh, I really love doing this thing and making these things. And I always will remember we made a short film for this short film contest in high school. And like all of us like got together and got to put different components of the short film together. And I had written like this one scene that I like really camped up and made like really funny. And I was like, I think this would be a really fun scene just to throw into the movie. So we recorded and we got into this festival. And I remember sitting in the theater for the festival that we were screening it at, and just hearing everyone laugh in the theater over the thing that I wrote. And that made me feel really great. I was like, oh my gosh, I helped to make this thing that now all these people are witnessing. And I got to make it with a great group of people. And this is something I think I want to do for the rest of my life. So, of course, my mom had a heart attack when I told her I wanted to film. I don't want to be a doctor. Sorry about that. But thankfully for my mom, she really was always believed in me and like championed me at the end of the day. So when I told her I wanted to go to film school, she's like, okay, all right, that's fine. Just make sure you have a job and you don't starve. I'm like, okay, I will. And yeah, I ended up graduating and going to film school. And that's my journey of how I ended up falling into this.
That's cool. Now, as a producer and a creative, what is the most exciting part of bringing a project from concept to the screen for you?
For me, it's really digging deep with the writer and, or whichever creative that I'm working with, and really getting to help fully realize the vision for them on the page. Like for me, I really love the development stage of a project when I'm really into the notes with the writer and helping them shape a script to be the strongest formation as possible. And I really do think that this job in particular for helping me be a better note taker and be a better note giver, because I can now translate that over to the projects that I personally really love and really want to, make. Producing is not for the faint of heart.
No, it's
but
not.
it's really exciting. But we're currently on a festival run for a short I produced with my producing partner, and two really wonderful creatives. The fact that they came to us with like this script that they wrote, and now it's screened at like 5 different festivals. It's almost insane. So yeah, producing is tough, but I really wouldn't trade it for anything else.
Can you tell us about that project?
Yes, so that project is called Like a Virgin, which is a dark comedy, written and starred by the wonderful Rebecca Rivera and Francesca Santo Domingo, and directed by my producing partner, Luna Cubides Romero. And it's been a wild journey. We won 2 festivals. We won Best Music at the CUNY Film Festival and Best Dark Comedy at the Austin After Dark Film Festival. So being able to have screened it in so many different places, we screened it in Philadelphia, a couple times in New York. We're about to screen it in Miami now for Memorial Day weekend. So if anyone wants to come up to Miami and watch the movie at the Urban Film Festival, please feel free to. We've even screened it virtually at a virtual film festival. So it just reminds me of the expansive influence that movies have in general. And at the end of the day, too, just reminds me of, this was made for a reason, and here's the reason too. So yeah, that was a long journey. We recorded that 2021. Yeah, we shot in 2021. We were in post for a while because we had a lot of, always managing as producers through the highs and the lows. So we're managing the highs and the lows in post production.
Definitely understand that.
But yeah. But by 2024, we finally got it done, and now it has lived a bunch of different lives in a bunch of different places, and that's something I'm really, really proud of, especially to have won awards for that too. It was insane.
Johnny mentioned it earlier. You're also a podcaster.
Yes, that was going to be the next
So,
one.
I
Yeah.
so
am.
talk to us about your podcast. Tell the audience what it's all about.
Yes, so I am the host of the Entertainix podcast, which I founded back in 2021. 2021 was a big year. And since then, right now we're in our second season. But I ended up creating the podcast is because I wanted to really find more Latinos who work in entertainment and really showcase the plethora of positions that are within entertainment.
Mhm.
Because I feel like when it comes to just from face entertainment, people always think, oh, you can only be an actress, a director, a writer, or a producer. And it's like, no, there's a bunch of other jobs that you can do. And there's a bunch of other things you can learn. And not a lot of people realize how big the entertainment industry is. And that's what I really wanted to showcase. I want to showcase, number one, that Latinos are present within the entertainment industry. But number two, also just provide a vehicle for people in general, not just Latinos, to learn what certain positions are and what certain jobs look like and be inspired to not only learn about certain roles in the entertainment industry, but to take on those roles and say, oh, I didn't know what a set designer was, but after I listened to this episode, a set designer sounds really cool. Maybe I'll look into it. And because I got a little bit of gems here, I already know how to kind of start that journey. So maybe I'll start that journey, and it's really meant to educate and inspire people, no matter who they are, if they're Latinos or not, but really get them more motivated into pursuing a career in entertainment and not make it feel like there's just another hurdle they have to overcome because they don't have that knowledge of what certain people do or what certain projects look like or what certain roles look like because they don't have an immediate connection into the entertainment industry. So that was my way of providing just a little bit more help of getting over that hurdle to a career in entertainment. Just making it more accessible for people to make sure they get a good start into this job, even if they don't know what they want to do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, last question for me. If you could give a piece of advice to someone who is looking to either get into the entertainment industry or even become a podcaster, what would that advice be?
Watch as much as you can. Really be passionate about the things that you want to make and that you want to do. It doesn't have to be in traditional film or traditional TV. If you're really passionate about reality TV, go down the reality TV pipeline. If you're really passionate about sports, go down the sports pipeline. No matter what, never give up what you're passionate about in order to fit in a certain box, because there will always be an avenue for you to feel that passion, in some way, shape, or form. And, don't feel like because you're in a certain place or your career is moving at a certain pace, that you're failing or that you're falling behind. It's just a matter of if and when, and making sure you stay honed into your craft, you stay dedicated into keeping up with this industry. So subscribe to the trades, subscribe to all these podcasts like this that will teach you and feature a lot of people that talk like I do about their experience. And that's how you'll gain the knowledge. Even if you don't go to film school, that's how you gain the knowledge and the tidbits that will push you into getting closer to your goal. And again, it's just a marathon, not a race. So giving yourself the grace to hold steady, keep pushing.
That's right.
That's the one thing that we hear
All the
very
time.
often
All the time.
from people that are in this industry. It's not a
It's
marathon.
a marathon. It's not a race.
Not a race. It's a marathon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that goes very far for anyone that has an interest in this business, because it's not something that's going to happen overnight. But if you stay the course, and like you said, you just study and just get involved in it, it can happen for you.
Yeah, even if you're not based in LA or you're not
Right.
based in a major film city, Find the people around you who are a part of film groups. Go on Facebook and look at what the film groups around you are doing. If you want to take a crack at making a movie, make a short film in your bedroom. There's
Right.
always ways to find and challenge yourself, even when you don't think you can, no matter what level you're at, you know? So always making sure that you're challenging yourself. And again, you're feeding that passion as much as it feeds you.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, Ingrid, we appreciate you being on the show today. Can you please tell our audience how they can find your podcast?
Yes, so our podcast is the Entertain X podcast, so entertain with an X at the end. We're on all streaming platforms, so Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you stream your podcast, we're there. You can follow us at Entertain X Pod on Instagram, and you can follow me at _Ingrid Marie if you want to see my journey and follow my journey into the movies that I'm producing and the things that I'm making. But yeah, we'd love to have you here and tune in to our podcast because it's a great one, and we're diving into a lot of different areas outside of traditional film and TV, like music and sports and things like that. So yeah, thank you for having me again, gentlemen. This was wonderful.
Yeah, we really enjoyed you, Ingrid. You are a true champion, and we just thank you for your time to talk to us and to give insight to our audience. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
And yeah, wonderful.
Ingrid Nin, everyone.
Man, I'm excited about Take Two this week, Johnny. I don't know if you had a chance to see it or not, but Ryan Reynolds recently put out a post talking about potentially bringing the Merc with a Mouth, Deadpool himself,
Wow.
into the Avengers.
I don't think I saw it.
You didn't see that?
I
Like
didn't
he put
see
it,
it.
like he was like he put this message where you had the Avengers symbol, but then it was like spray painted in the Deadpool type, lettering.
Oh man, to see Deadpool in the Avengers, that's one thing Deadpool been wanting to do. Anyway.
He's been in the, he just came to the MCU like last year when he did the Deadpool and Wolverine, and so I mean it would be interesting to see like where they would go with that.
Yeah, man, it would be very interesting, man. I wonder what type of Avenger would he be though. I mean, because Deadpool can be, Deadpool. So I don't know.
Deadpool is a little.
He's edgy.
He's very edgy.
Very edgy.
A little too edgy for the. I mean, could you imagine Deadpool interacting with like a teenager like Spider-Man?
Oh, what about the Hulk? Him and the Hulk going at it.
He would annoy the Hulk. The Hulk would just
had to smash him a couple good times.
Well, I take that back. Not this watered down Hulk.
But hey,
I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Like, man, I'm okay. So I got to explain something real quick.
Come on.
I'm a huge Hulk fan.
Come on.
Hulk, not this watered down
version,
bannerized version of the Hulk. I don't know what it is, but I'm a huge the anger Hulk. And that's what I like. But I digress.
Okay,
we're talking about Deadpool.
We're talking about Deadpool.
But fans have been clamoring for years to see Ryan Reynolds, Merc with a Mouth interact with a lot of the Avengers.
That's right.
And then even in Deadpool and Wolverine, they did that teaser with him holding it was Thor that was holding Deadpool, crying while Thor was crying.
Yeah.
So fans are kind of wondering what happened with that? Is that going to be part of the film, or what's going on with it?
Man, it needs to be a part of the film. I mean, because that'll tie both of it in. But I mean, I'm excited. Deadpool and Avenger, you can't go wrong. But hey, we gotta wait to see. Gotta wait to see what's going to happen.
Now, of course, it set the internet on fire because there's all this speculation and talks of Deadpool potentially joining the Avengers lineup, but there's been no confirmation from Marvel that this is indeed happening.
Okay, I'm gonna have to make a phone call.
You have to. You're gonna call Kevin Feige.
I'm gonna call.
Get him on the line.
I'm gonna get him on the line.
Get Kevin Feige on the line and see if Deadpool.
But if he tell me something, I can't tell everybody. I'll tell you.
But
I can't tell everybody yet. I have to wait till he come on the show.
Now let me ask you this: you just kind of brought it up a little bit earlier, but how excited would you be if Deadpool joined the Avengers for Doomsday or any of the?
I would say if you say for Doomsday, man, I'd be super excited. But just to see him interacting with the Avengers, man, who don't want to see that?
Right.
Who don't want to see that? I mean, if you're a true Avengers fan, who doesn't want to see Deadpool being a part of the Avengers?
Yeah, and I mean Ryan Reynolds has just stepped into that role to just
really
made Deadpool.
He's killed it.
Like he is Deadpool.
Yeah, he killed it.
He was born for that role.
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
So I'm excited about it, man. I wouldn't mind seeing Deadpool interact with a lot of the Avengers. I mean, it'll be a little different
He'll
because,
be
like you
definitely
said,
different.
he is very edgy and his humor is it's different.
Oh,
It's different.
yes,
If you're not
sir.
seeing a Deadpool movie, then and you're used to the other kind of cookie cutter type Avengers films,
Yeah.
then
Yeah. If you used to
ready.
Spider-Man and stuff like that, but yeah, get ready.
Get ready. But nah, I would be excited about it. It sounds like you would be too. So
How many F-bombs he gonna drop in this movie?
I don't think Kevin Feige will allow that.
You don't think so?
I don't see that.
Oh, you don't see it.
I mean, it would be bleeped out.
You think
They would bleep it out.
they'll
I
bleep it
think
out?
he would say some stuff and they just bleep. I mean, because the character of Deadpool is known for breaking the fourth wall.
That's right.
So I think it would be one of those things where he might even censor himself, which would be funny within the context of the film.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you know the character. It
If
would
you
be
know the
funny if he
character.
censors himself.
Yeah, that
for
would
the
be real
Avengers
funny.
film, so.
That would be real funny.
But I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you excited about the potential of Deadpool joining the Avengers? What do you think? Leave us your comments below or send us an email.
Send us an email. We'll be reading them and writing back to you.
That's right.
2 snaps.
All right, here we go, man. It's 2 snaps, Johnny.
2 snaps, brother. Let's go.
Man, so this week we'll be talking about the Eddie Murphy, Keke Palmer, and Pete Davidson film, The Pickup.
Great movie so far, dog. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Man,
I'm
so
gonna say that.
well, yeah, you giving them a little teaser,
No,
but
yeah.
it's okay. It's okay. Can you tell the audience a little bit about the film, like what it's about?
Well, man, if you haven't seen it yet, please.
And we're
go
not
and
going to give
watch
any
it.
spoilers for this.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
But if
This
you
is-
have
this is
not
not
watched
open
it,
spoilers.
please go watch it. But it's about Eddie Murphy's character, who it's his 25th wedding anniversary, and he has to go to work this day, and he is not a delivery driver, but he's an armored car driver, and he's partnered with Pete Davidson on this particular day, and Pete Davidson the day before had did a pickup at a bank, and Keke's Palmer character is someone who's in the bank, and he thinks she's about to rob the bank, but she's really trying to give him her phone number. They go out, they have a good time. Next day, him and Eddie Murphy are working together. Yeah, a good time. Him and Eddie Murphy are working together, and then they are in the middle of a robbery.
Right. There's a heist.
It's a heist. It's a heist.
Place.
So they don't have any money in the truck. They want the truck. And then it goes on to the rest. So I'm not going to give you no spoilers. But
Yeah, there's a lot of other
there's
things.
a lot of other
and
things that's
trouble
going
that
on in this
ensues.
movie. Yeah,
and,
that's right.
Eva Longoria is also a part of the cast.
she's a
She
part of
plays
the
Eddie
cast as
Murphy's
well.
wife. And,
Yeah.
I'll say this, man. Eddie Murphy's definitely being Eddie Murphy in the film. You
Definitely.
definitely get an Eddie Murphy performance out
Yes.
of it. I thought Keke Palmer did a pretty
Excellent
good job.
I
Yeah,
think she did an excellent job.
She did a good job. I mean, it was different.
He keeps saying good. I think she did it well.
She was
Okay.
great. She was great.
Okay.
Okay, she was great.
Okay.
It was cool
Thank
to see her in the role. Pete Davidson was Pete Davidson. Like I said, his character was a little bit annoying to me
Yeah.
in the film. But I mean, it's
That's Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson.
That's Pete Davidson.
I'll let you So what did you think about the film? Like those are some of my initial thoughts. I thought the action was great. I thought the action
Yes,
was really
action
good
was very great
in the film. A lot of the beats I thought pretty much hit their mark.
Oh yeah, they definitely hit their mark. Honestly, man, this was a very funny movie to me. Very funny movie to me. I enjoyed it from the beginning to the end. It kept my attention. I was happy to see those three characters, Eddie Murphy, Keke Palmer, and Pete Davidson come together and be able to be a cohesive group and really make this movie what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, and then for heist movies, we've seen Eddie Murphy in the movie Heist.
Right.
Or Tower Heist, that was the name of the movie.
Right.
But, this version of a bank robbery type movie or whatever, it was good. It was really good for me. I enjoyed it.
Right.
The look on your face is
No.
look like you're finna say
I'm
something.
listening. I'm listening to what you're
Oh,
saying.
you did? Okay, look like I was about
No, I was
look like
actually
you
about to
say-
ask you a question.
Okay, what's the question?
So, with all that being said, how many snaps?
Oh, already? I'll give it 2 snaps. He finna say something.
No, I'm not.
He finna say
Gosh.
something because you asked me too fast.
How did I ask you too quick?
I mean, because we usually talk about the movie a little bit more, get the people a little bit more about it, and then we go into. But what you about to say?
We're not doing spoilers though.
We're not okay. But so is that why you asked me so fast?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
We're not doing an open spoiler. I'm
My
sorry,
bad.
we're not doing
My
an
bad.
open spoiler this week.
My bad.
You know, maybe next time, but
Okay.
this week we're not doing an open spoiler on it.
Man, I'm still traumatized from Happy Gilmore 2 with you, bro.
I
I'm
mean,
still traumatized by that. So
what's the big
that's why
traumatic about?
I
It
mean,
was
because I really like the movie.
and that's great. I'm glad you enjoyed
But
it.
the way
I
you-
just hate that I didn't get the same enjoyment out of the film that you did.
Okay,
I wish
well-
I could have got the same
well,
enjoyment, but I
I'm
did
gonna
not.
keep asking you every episode.
I did
till you
not
do.
enjoy Happy Gilmore
I'ma keep-
whatsoever.
I'ma
It was
keep-
cool for the
Well,
cameos
now
and
you
all
don't
that
want me
kind
to
of
talk.
stuff.
Now you don't want me to
I'm
talk.
sorry,
Now
but
you
it
don't want me
was
to
it was not a good film.
Now
to
you
me.
don't want me to talk. But I'm gonna keep asking you every episode
No.
until you do it.
No.
I need you to go back and watch Happy Gilmore.
I'm not wasting another 2
Hey,
hours watching that
I'm
movie.
advocating for it, man. I need you to go
Advocate
back and watch
all you want, but no, I'm not watching Happy
it.
Gilmore.
Okay. Well, leave that where it is. What do you get a movie?
Man, so I'll reiterate, man. I love the performance of Eddie Murphy. I thought Eddie Murphy was basically Eddie Murphy. Keke Palmer did a great job. Again, Pete Davidson. I didn't find him funny in the movie. I'm sorry, I really didn't. Now I will say this: there was one thing towards the end of the movie, and again, no spoilers. There's one thing he said at the end of the movie that I laughed out loud about.
What was it?
It was after everything kind of happened, and Eddie Murphy was running to his wife.
Uh-huh.
And it was a line that was I guess more towards the celebration of their anniversary.
Okay.
And I'll leave that at that.
Okay.
But that was the one funny thing that he did in
That
the
he
movie
did the entire
that I
movie.
enjoyed.
So you didn't like the scene when Keke called him on the video call and he was in Police Academy? You didn't like that one.
Yeah, it was what it was though. So for me, I give it 1 snap.
I knew it.
I give it 1
I
snap.
knew that's why you asked me
No,
so fast.
I give it 1 snap. No, we're not doing a spoiler
No,
discussion.
I know, but I just knew.
I
mean, hey,
that means I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. It just wasn't like, I put it to you like this. It was definitely a Netflix film. I wouldn't have wanted to go to the theater to see it.
Oh no,
But it was a Netflix film.
Yeah,
so I give it a half a snap.
Yeah,
That's
I
a good
wouldn't have
review.
I wouldn't have spent the money to go see it.
Like,
I mean,
it's a
I paid my
good-
monthly
I'll say
subscription. Don't
this.
get me wrong, Netflix. I'm not using nobody else's
It's a
account.
good film if you're sitting at home and there's nothing else on TV and you just want somewhat of a good laugh, then it's a good film for you. The action is great. Again, the action is great. Eddie Murphy, is Eddie Murphy. But if it's something that you just want to sit at home and you want to watch, you want to Netflix and chill, that's your movie.
Bruce said you're gonna do more chilling than Netflixing.
Probably. But it's
Lord,
But man, hey, what do you guys think? Did you like the pickup or did you feel like me? Did you feel like JT? What's the word? Let us know in the comments.
Please let us.
Send us an email and yeah.
That's that.
All right, Johnny, man, I'm excited about this topic. This is
Yes.
our main topic. We're about to go ahead and jump into it. This week, we'll be talking about Spike Lee and Denzel teaming back up after 19 years. For highest to lowest, man.
Highest to lowest. I've been ready for this movie since it was announced
Yep.
that they were coming back together to work. And I've seen the trailers. I've seen every video or post that they've posted about this movie. And I am ready for this movie, man.
Yeah, man, they're one of Hollywood's most dynamic parents, man, in terms of actor-director combos.
Yes.
Super excited about the film, man. After 19 years of not working together, they worked on films such as Mo Better Blues, The
Yes.
Inside Man, Malcolm X,
Malcolm
man.
X.
We all know the
Yes, we
the
know it.
filmography, man. So, man, I just can't wait for this film. It's coming out this week. Or came out this week.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm super excited about it, man.
Man, I am super excited about this movie as well, to see Denzel and Spike back together, man. A dynamic team. One of the best teams of director and actor, man. It's amazing the work that they put out together, and to see this, and it could possibly be their last movie together.
Yeah, and that's one of the things Spike Lee talked about. Like there was like a press conference or something where he was talking that I saw. There was an interview that he did. I saw him talking about the film and how after 19 years, this is the first time they came back together to work on a project together, and that this could potentially be the last time they work together.
Man,
can you imagine? Because of Denzel stating that he might be retiring.
Yeah,
soon.
man, can
you imagine?
But to go out like this, to say I'm putting down my acting chops for, to go and be with my family or whatever the case may be,
Yeah.
to kind of end it on a Spike Lee movie. I think he got a few more projects
He has a
coming
few
out,
other projects
but
after this.
for
but
one of his last films,
with Spike
possibly
Lee.
to be with Spike Lee, man, I mean, that's amazing in itself. So you already know this movie is finna give you everything Spike Lee, everything Denzel. Here's
the thing. Every time they come together and they connect, man, you know it's gonna be something dynamic.
Yes.
And I can't wait, man.
I can't wait either.
I can't wait, man. Just to see the two of them together. And Denzel is always, Denzel is Denzel. So you know the performance is gonna be there.
Yes.
But it seems like this is a different kind of film, though.
It is a different kind of film for the duo.
Right.
For the duo. So it's more high stakes.
Right.
Some more high stakes in this film, man. And yeah, this is the first time that they've done a movie like this together, man. The movie is very high stakes. So, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see how this film takes it to another level with the stuff that they've already done together.
Yeah, and it's actually a remake of a film that came out, I believe, in 1963 called High Low. So
that's one thing I didn't know.
It
is the second time you didn't taught me something.
I taught you something on that one.
This is the second time you taught me something.
Yeah, it's actually a remake of a 1963 film. So there are they did take there are some similarities between the two films from what Spike Lee was saying.
Okay.
But he definitely made it a Spike Lee film. So that's what I'm excited about.
This is a Spike Lee joint.
Yeah, so I'm always interested to see what his takes are on different films, man. So excited about this.
I wonder if we're gonna get one of those famous Spike Lee moments where you
you already know
coming into the camera like this.
You already know what it's gonna
we're gonna
get.
The
movement, the famous shot. Yeah. You're gonna get every Spike Lee film. You're gonna get that shot, the Spike Lee shot.
Spike Lee
what
shot.
It is, man. So since we're talking Spike Lee and Denzel, man, do you have a favorite Spike Lee and Denzel collaboration?
A favorite?
Like I know what mine is off the top.
Let me see. It would possibly, for me, man, it would probably have to be Malcolm X.
Same here.
There's
no need to even go through the rest.
Yeah.
I love like Inside Man and
yes,
and Mo Better Blues.
Mo Better Blues.
But man,
that Malcolm X film, man, if for the people that didn't know who Malcolm was, that right there showed them who Malcolm X is.
That's right.
So much that I've seen people with tattoos.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be Malcolm X, but it's actually Denzel.
Wow.
They didn't know the difference.
You know why?
Why?
Because they said, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
Oh, man, that was a good Denzel.
That's what it was. Plymouth Rock, it landed on us.
That's
Spike Lee, Denzel, man.
Yeah,
Hey, you can't go wrong, man. Denzel is one of the GOATs, man.
Definitely.
So you can't go wrong with this combination, man. Spike Lee is one of the greatest directors of all time.
Yeah.
So when you put the two of them together, man, it's going to be something special.
Definitely going to be something special. But let me tell you this or say this to you. If this is going to be their last film together, that combo, that duo, is up to Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan now.
Honestly, they seem to be on the right track, man.
It's
they've done
them, man,
like
every single
film that they put out together, man. It's been excellent in my opinion.
Definitely.
And if you're gonna talk about dynamic duos, then that's definitely a tandem to talk about. So they're in the conversation.
We may have to talk about that on another episode.
Yeah, that's definitely in the conversation, along with Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yep, definitely.
And, there's a number of others we could go through.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about it.
But as for right now, we're keeping it Denzel and Spike Lee. Super excited about Highest to Lowest, man. Again, came out this week. So if you guys get a chance to check it out, let us know what you think. I'm excited about the film.
I'm excited about the film.
Yeah, man. So leave us your thoughts, man. Tell us what some of your favorite Spike Lee and Denzel films are. Like if it was Malcolm X, if you agree with us, let us know in the comments, man. Or send us an email.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, Bruce.
All right.
We are back to my trivia question.
All right, we're back.
Now, I've asked y'all each episode, if you see him cheating, let me know. So, I'm going to give you my question one more time. The fictional Mission College in School Daze is comprised and inspired by several real HBCUs located in which city?
When you first asked the question, I was thinking more like Howard type, but then I thought about it. Then you said several, and I thought about it. I was like, man, I think Spike Lee went to school at Morehouse, I want to say.
He did.
And so,
I mean, Alabama got the most HBCUs.
True. But that made me think of why not just do it from where he went to school, Atlanta.
I'm tired of you.
So that's right.
That's right.
All right. I was
That's
I was on the
That's
fence
right.
about
That's
that one. I
right.
wasn't sure for real.
Atlanta, Georgia.
I really
is
wasn't
the
sure.
correct answer. You weren't sure.
Nah, for real. I really wasn't sure. I was thinking Howard.
For real.
Yeah, I really was. At first, I thought about it, but then I was like, nah, he went to school.
So I almost got you.
You did on that one, like for real.
I'm gonna get you.
But then I thought about it. I was like, you said several schools, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Then you thought about Spike went
Yeah.
to Morehouse.
So
Why not it be?
now, if I would have answered off the top, I'd have got it wrong. But you gave me time to think
gave you
about
time
it.
to think.
Yeah, especially when you just asked it again.
Oh, okay. So don't worry. Next time you have to answer the question the first time.
Yeah, when you asked it again, I had to think about it. So I was about to say, yeah.
I'm gonna have to. This is what we're gonna do from now on. When I ask the question the very first time,
You can't.
I want you to write it down.
You
on a
can't
piece
close
of
to
paper.
stumping me on that one. I'm
Okay.
not gonna even lie about.
I want you to write
the
the answer down on a piece of paper, and we're gonna put it in under these cups.
So you want wait? I should have time. The audience has time
They
to
got
think.
time,
I should
man.
have time to think.
No, they got time, man. They
No,
got
I
time.
should
They
have
got
time.
They
Look,
got
I
time.
should have. If the audience has time to think, I
No.
should have time to think as well.
No, I don't think so.
Nah, don't do me like that, man.
Okay.
Don't do me.
I-
If you guys had the answer, good for
let us
you.
know.
Yeah,
Please
please
let
let
us
us know. Please,
We'll
let us
get
know.
Bruce to send you something.
That's right. Maybe.
Okay,
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Maybe.
So next up, Johnny, I know it's your
Come
favorite
on, man.
segment.
It's my Be Kind Rewind.
Be Kind Rewind videos. All about
All right, Bruce. So, Be Kind Rewind.
man.
Today, we are talking about School Days.
Another Spike Lee joint.
Another Spike Lee joint.
Yeah.
Man. And I'm telling you, that movie right there, now, it's a musical.
Yeah,
It's a musical.
It is, man.
And out of all
And
the
sometimes you forget about it. It was so
You do.
good, you forget that it was actually a musical.
That's right. But out of all the musicals I have ever seen, this is my favorite.
It's definitely one of my favorites as well,
It is
man.
definitely my favorite musical of all time.
And one of my favorite Spike Lee joints too.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. And for the people who've seen it, and if you haven't seen School Days, I don't know where you're from, but it made you want to go to an HBCU.
It did.
It made you want to experience that life. I mean, man, even just the way the movie came on with that opening song, you know, it was like I guess like a Negro spiritual.
I'm building me a home.
They building me. Man, I'm telling you, that song, man. I was singing that song when I was watching that movie the other day, and my son, he looked at me like, "Man, what is you doing?" But I'm telling you, man, and even after the movie went off, I just kept singing that song throughout the house, man. But
Man, I did too, and man,
You
I just do it in mid conversation.
Yeah.
I'm building me a home. Just bust out. Nobody know what I'm
bust-
talking
just
about.
bust
Just
in there,
bust,
mother.
just bust up in there. I'm building me a home.
man,
You know?
but I'm telling you, bro, again, one of my favorite movies, and this movie is jam packed with not just the HBCU life,
right.
but the culture.
Yeah.
This is built around political issues,
Yeah.
man.
There's so much going on.
And
man.
it's also built around the issues that we as Black people have been dealing with each other
right.
for so many years, man.
Right.
And I had to explain that to my son, especially with the scene. And I mean, we could just jump around.
Yeah.
And we don't have to go from scene to
This
scene.
colorism,
From the beginning.
of
Yeah,
course,
that's
it
right.
takes place in the
So,
film.
the scene where the ladies are supposed to be a fight scene, the good or bad hair scene,
yeah, the wannabes,
the wannabes
and
the
the jigaboos.
You know, so I had to explain to my son what a wannabe was and what a jigaboo was, and at first it was almost a not so comfortable conversation.
Yeah.
But it was one that needed to be had because a lot of the children these days don't have to deal with some of the stuff that just a little bit of what we had to deal with,
Right.
even more what our parents and grandparents had to deal with,
Right.
and how this has been instilled in us, man, since slavery to fight amongst each other.
Right.
You know, and Spike Lee tackled that in this film where you had Dunlap, that was played by, at that time, not Lawrence Fishburne, but Larry Fishburne. and Giancarlo Esposito's character,
Man.
Dean Big Brother,
Big Brother Almighty.
Yeah, Julian.
Big
You
Brother
know, so
Almighty.
you had them who actually, if you really paid attention to the movie, were friends at one particular point in time. But you had Lawrence Fishburne's character, who was more of the political person and wanted to see change amongst all blacks. Then you had John Carlos' character, who was more of the person who cared about appearance,
Right.
who cared about what people thought about him. And then again, you had the ladies who were fighting amongst themselves, talking about who had good or bad hair, you know, whether you're dark or you're fair, you know. So that element had always plagued our people for so long, and Spike Lee tackled that issue in this movie, man.
He did, man. And then when you think about it, just the phenomenal cast, which you kind of brought up earlier.
Definitely.
Lawrence Fishburne, who was Larry back then.
That's right, Larry.
Giancarlo Esposito,
Yes.
phenomenal actor. One of
Definitely.
my favorites out there today.
Yes.
Tisha Campbell.
Tisha
Young
Campbell,
Tisha
man.
Campbell was
Yes.
in this film.
Yes.
Played a very significant role.
Yeah.
And then even though it was a cameo, it was a very memorable cameo.
right.
We had the great Samuel Jackson.
Excuse me, mission men. Is it true what
What they
say
say?
about all mission men? Man, so I mean that was
Sam Jackson, man.
Sam Jackson. But you know, even
around
in that
forever.
man, even in that scene, you had the guys who were from that town,
Right.
who also felt that they didn't have the opportunity to go to college.
Right.
And they felt that they were stuck where they were. And they felt that the guys who came to their town year after year to go to Mission College felt that they were better than the guys that
Right.
lived in that particular town, and that they couldn't get jobs because you all were taking all the jobs. And because you're educated, you feel like you're better than someone else. And which that could be far from the truth for a lot of us. It could
Right.
be far from the truth. But like I say, man, Spike tackled a whole lot of stuff in this movie.
He did.
Even the apartheid part in this movie, man. So again, if you have not seen School Daze, please go see School Daze.
So really quickly, what was one of your favorite scenes?
One of my favorite scenes, man, it had to be the very last scene, the wake up scene.
You would say that. See,
It had to be the wake up scene.
it was. I would say so as well. That's
And I'll give you another one that was funny. When Dap tried to get his girl back, and he was standing outside the dorm room, and actually one of the lady that was talking to him and going off on him, you know, she played in a lot of Tyler Perry
yeah,
stuff.
she has.
She's played in a lot of Tyler Perry stuff now, but that one when they poured the water on him, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Mine
is the hazing scene.
The hazing scene.
The hazing scene.
Which hazing scene?
Oh, but make my phone the P phone.
I want to get funked up.
I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
You know, that scene. But one thing about the film is it did end, as you said, on a very
Definitely.
positive note.
Definitely very positive
with a message for all of us, which is wake up.
Wake up.
In which we all need to do sometimes.
Definitely.
Even today, we still need to wake up.
Yeah.
So shout out to Spike Lee
Shout out.
for the phenomenal film,
School Daze,
man. If
yeah.
you haven't seen it in a while, check it out.
That's right.
It is one of those films and one of those projects that made me want to go to
That's
an
right.
HBCU.
Ooh.
Shout out to Alabama A&M.
Daddy long stroke. Who? Daddy long stroke. I'm telling you, man, that movie, I know the whole
It
movie,
is.
man.
It is, man. Such a phenomenal film. But, man, what do you guys think? Do you guys remember School Daze? If you haven't, check it out. If you haven't seen it in a while, man, and
back and watch
let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. But, look, that's our show for today, man. I've really had some fun talking
I
about
had-
all these different
All
subjects
these
we
different
talked
things,
about.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've had fun.
Definitely want to thank Ingrid Nin for joining us today,
Yes,
man.
yes.
Great conversation with her, man. Looking forward to everything she has coming up. Looking forward to all the films and projects that we talked about and discussed earlier. Interesting to see what Paramount
That's right.
does and working with filmmakers like us.
That's right. That's right.
You know, so man,
I'm excited for Sidewalk, man.
excited for Sidewalk,
be at
man. Looking
Sidewalk,
forward for
man.
Sidewalk. And again, if you guys are at Sidewalk, you see us out there, man, come give us a shout out, man.
That's right.
Come
We
say
take
hello.
pictures. Bruce will sign an autograph.
Johnny will as well. He might even write your story.
That's right. I might.
He might.
I might.
But again, this is the 515 Real to Real podcast. Thank you guys for joining us, man, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.